Good morning, Year 5 and 6, and welcome back to your final spelling lesson of the week. Today's date is Friday, the 26th of June. This week, we've been looking at adding suffixes beginning with vowel letters to words ending in fur. On the screen, you can see all of the words that you've been learning to spell this week. Remember that these are also set for you to practice on Spelling Shed until 3 p.m. today. First, a recap on the rule that we've been using to help us spell these words. And that rule is that when adding a suffix to root words that end in fur, the final R is doubled when the fur is stressed in the newly created word. Again, let's just remind ourselves of how this works. Here we have our root word confer, and we're going to be adding the suffix ing to the root word to create a new word, conferring. Before we can work out whether this is the correct spelling of the word conferring or not, we need to practice saying it aloud, listening very carefully to the fur sound as we say it. Is the fur sound making a short or a long sound as we say this word? Conferring. Conferring. Hopefully you can hear it is making a long sound as I say this word, which means it is a stressed syllable, which also means that this is the incorrect spelling of the word conferring. When adding the suffix ing to the root word confer, the fur is stressed within the newly created word, meaning that the R is doubled. And here we can see the correct spelling of the word conferring. This time we have the root word prefer, and we're going to be adding our suffix ed onto the end of our root word to create the new word preferred. But which of these is the correct spelling? To help us work this out, we need to practice saying our new word preferred out loud, listening really carefully to the fur sound as we say it. Is it making a long or short sound as you say the word? Preferred. Preferred. Here we can see the correct spelling of the word preferred, and we can see that it is double R before we add our suffix. When adding the suffix ed to the root word prefer, the fur is stressed. It's making that long sound within the newly created word, meaning that the R is doubled. Well done if you got this one correct. This time our root word is infer. Infer. And here we can see the suffix that we're going to be adding to our root word to create the new word inference. Inference. Again, we have two different spellings on the screen, but which is the correct one? Is it going to be double R, or are we able just to add our suffix straight on to the end of our root word? Practice saying this word out loud to yourself now, listening very carefully to the fur sound as you say it. Is it making a short or a long sound? Inference. Inference. Hopefully, you're able to hear that it is making a short sound as we say this word. And here we can see the correct spelling of inference on your screen. When adding the suffix to the root word infer, the fur is not stressed within the newly created word, meaning that the R is not doubled. And again, you may have remembered from our first session this week that when adding this particular suffix to any of our root words, we did not need to double the R. Again, well done if you remembered this. Your task today. First of all, I'd like you to write the date and the can I neatly at the top of your page. Your can I today is, can I write sentences that include words from my spelling list? Please also underline both of these with a ruler. Once you've done this, you can see all of your spellings from this week here on the left of your screen. What I'd like you to do for today's task is choose any 5 of these spellings and write them into sentences. Remember, once you're finished, to take a picture of your work and upload this to Class Dojo so that your teacher can give you some feedback. And that brings us to the end of our spelling sessions for this week. Well done, Year 5 and 6. Have a lovely weekend, and bye for now.